Okay, so when doing subtraction, it's pretty much the same as addition. You want to line up the numbers and line it to the right. And then we're going to subtract numbers on the right, starting from the right side. So 9 minus 1 is 8. 7 minus 3 is 4. So 79 minus 31 is just 48. Let's do quite a few examples to understand different types. In the second example, we have a different number of digits. Again, make sure it's aligned to the right, and then do your subtraction. 9 minus 6 is 3. 8 minus 2 is 6. 3 minus 0 is 3. Sometimes when we're subtracting, the number on the top is less than the number on the bottom. So when this happens, we always have to borrow from the next number. So in this case, I'm going to cancel out that 7 and make it into a 6. I'm going to make this 1 into 11. So now I have 11 minus 3 gives me 8. 6 minus 4 gives me 2. Again, I cannot do 1 minus 6 in this example, so I have to borrow. Cancel that off and make that a 0. This becomes 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. Again, I cannot do 0 minus 2. So again, I have to borrow. I'm going to cancel that 5 and make it a 4. This 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 4 minus 4 is 0. Solution is just 85. Again, in this example, I cannot do 8 minus 9, so I have to borrow. But if I look at the next number, it's a 0. You can't really borrow from 0, so when that happens, you have to borrow from the next number after that. So in this case, I'm going to cancel out this 2. It becomes a 1. This 0 over here would become a 10. But since we're going to borrow from this for the next one, I'm going to cancel that off and make it a 9. And then this number over here becomes an 18. So 18 minus 9, 9. 9 minus 2, 7. 1 minus 1, 0. Same thing in this example. I cannot do 0 minus 1, so I want to borrow from the next one. Can't do that. I'm going to try to borrow from the next one. Can't do that. So finally, I borrow from the 8. That 8 becomes a 7. This 0 will become a 9. This 0 will become a 9. And this 0 will become a 10. So 10 minus 1, 9. 9 minus 3, 6. 9 minus 4, 5. 7 minus 0, 7. Okay, in last example, what we notice in this example is we have a smaller number subtracted by a larger number. So if this ever happens, you can always put the larger number first and subtract the smaller number. But before you start the subtraction, make sure you put a negative sign, because the solution will now be a negative if you're doing a small number minus a larger number. And 6 minus 5 is 1. 8 minus 8 is 0. 7 minus 2 is 5. So solution is negative 501.